Black History, another Black History, folks. Black History series. In the Black History Month or the after Black History Month. I'm still doing Black History, and it says there. This is from a video, Black Excellence and Bonds. This video is this black man invented the airplane. Wow, Mr. Charles F. Page. More like the airship. It's like an airship he invented. It was an idea. And he probably just stole his ideas. Well, you will see, folks. I think I don't know if he got the patent, I guess. Because I saw I think they stole his idea. But let's see, I'm gonna play this, so folks. From the Black Excellence at Bonds. I know there's shit in the music in the background, but this is fair use, people. Fair use.
In the many accounts of aviation history, the Wright brothers are often heralded as the pioneers of flight. However, a remarkable and lesser-known figure deserves his place in this prestigious narrative. Mr. Charles Frederick Page, a black inventor whose contributions predate those of the Wrights.
Wow.
One of the most outstanding of his accomplishments was the invention of the airship, and he received a patent prior to that.
He's the airship, but they put airplane in there. He actually invented the airship. His invention.
The Wright brothers.
The patent of Page's airplane was recognized, patented, and recorded, and given a title in Washington, D.C., just before the World's Fair in St. Louis, 1904. Let's take a look into the life and achievements of Mr. Page, highlighting his groundbreaking work in early aviation.
Born into the harsh realities of slavery in 1864, Charles Page's journey was far from ordinary. His relentless determination led him to teach himself to read and write, a feat that set the foundation for his future.
Teach himself to read and write, folks. Because they're not allowed, actually the slaves weren't allowed to read. You know what slavery days, people. Read or write. They weren't allowed.
Inventions. Despite the societal and racial barriers of his time, Page's ingenuity and perseverance shined through. Now, I don't think we give ourselves enough credit. Just think about it. This man, during the height of slavery, taught himself how to read and write. He risked his life to learn how to read and write.
Mr. Page's fascination with flight was not a fleeting interest, but a deep-seated passion. He spent years observing the flight patterns of insects, fueling his ambition to replicate their aerial abilities. This fascination culminated in 1903 when he built a flying model of an airship. By 1904, using his life savings, Page created a full-scale model, hoping to showcase it at the Louisiana Purchase Exposition in St. Louis. Tragically, Page's aspirations were thwarted when his model airship was stolen while en route to the exposition. This loss was certainly fueled by the racial prejudices of the era, as the feeling was that no black person could possibly be responsible for creating a flying machine. Imagine that. During the progress of the fair, Page paid for space to have his patent on the exhibit, but for some unknown reason, it never reached St. Louis after having been mailed to go.
This was patented. If we said patent, so that means it was patented, I guess.
Go there for the exhibit.
The trajectory of Charles Frederick Page's life and his airship invention was significantly impacted by the insidious force of white supremacy. Racial prejudice not only created systematic barriers for black inventors like Page, but also played a critical role in the eventual sidelining of his achievements. In an era where black success could mean a death sentence or an entire town being burned to the ground, to be a black inventor was a revolutionary act in itself. The most painful example of this was his airship's model's mysterious disappearance, as stated. It was scheduled to be showcased at the 1904 St. Louis Purchase Exposition in St. Louis. The model has yet to arrive. The prevailing belief, supported by historical context and family testimony, suggests that the model was likely stolen and destroyed.
Wow.
A victim of racially motivated sabotage.
Yeah, it's terrible, folks. They destroyed his invention. It's amazing. I mean, you can't have nothing, I guess. And terrible, these people. Some of these white folks. They were just terrible back then. I mean, they don't want to do it, they don't want to teach the history. I mean, and what terrible things they did to black people in America. Wow.
The theft was not just a loss of a physical model, but a symbolic erasure of black invention from the narrative of aviation history. So basically, they didn't want black people to have nothing to do with the establishment of the aviation history. And based on this brother's contribution, we know that is not true, and we're here to set the record straight.
This careless act dealt a severe blow to Page, both emotionally and financially. This heartbreaking incident compelled him to relinquish his dreams of aviation.
Wow.
However, despite the setbacks, Page's achievements were formidable. He received a patent for his airship in April 1906.
See, you got a patent. You got the 1906, the patent.
Preceding the Wright brothers' patent. His contributions, while overlooked for decades, have slowly...
Let's go back a little bit. Let's see.
He received a patent for his airship in April 1906, preceding the Wright brothers' patent. His contributions, while overlooked for decades, have slowly begun to garner the recognition they deserve. The city of Pineville, where Page lived and worked, has honored him with a historical marker, acknowledging his innovative spirit and his contributions to the airline industry.
The timeline of Page's patent is particularly significant. His airship was patented in April of 1906, 3 years after the Wright brothers' first flight, but before their patent. This chronologically suggests that while the Wright brothers were making strides in one approach to air flight, Page was concurrently exploring a radically different path with his airship design. There's more than one way to skin a cat.
Yep.
Page's life was not solely defined by his aviation pursuits. He was a respected citizen, a timberman, and a farmer who actively fostered ideas and started businesses to uplift the African American community. His legacy extends beyond his innovations, encapsulating his role as a community leader and as a visionary. Today, Charles F. Page stands as a symbol of resilience and ingenuity, especially in the African American community. His story, a testament to overcoming adversity and pursuing one's dreams against all odds, serves as a powerful inspiration. The recognition of Page's contributions is not just a correction of historical oversight, but an important step in celebrating the diverse and rich history of Black innovation in the United States and indeed the world over.
You know, the story of Charles F. Page is more than a historical footnote. It's a compelling narrative of determination, innovation, and
all these black inventors, folks. The almanac, cellular car phone, that's true, folks. Elevator. I think there's a video. I should have kept that video. I think it's a black woman invented that. I could be wrong. Ice cream. Mailbox. Was it mailbox? Is a black woman? No, I think the elevator. Potato crisp. Potato chip. I think X-ray says there. Imaging X-ray. So let's go.
Resilience.
Then the guitar.
in the face of racial prejudice. And during the time when he was not allowed to read, he taught himself
These
out.
are all Black American inventors, Afro Americans. See, so you have 3, 4, 8, 12, 20 inventions. Like probably more than that. This is just a few of them, folks. And half of them, they probably didn't really get any credit or patent, probably. I mean,
And I can't help but think about how many black inventors and who had their inventions stolen or lost. How many businesses were burned to the ground? How many black dreams were crushed? How many upwardly mobile people were lynched? Because keep in mind, the people that were lynched during the time of lynching were usually the ones who were doing great. They were usually the businessmen and the upwardly mobile people who were doing good things in the community. I can't help but think about these things. Yes, folks. So just know that we are more than what the media try to tell us we are. We are more than what these movies try to portray us as, these downtrodden people who can never get out of their own way. They never tell the narrative of people like Charles F. Page and how many others, how many great people in our history that we know nothing about. It is up to
yeah. And that's right, folks. A lot of great black inventors, and they try to hide the truth. They'll tell you they won't tell you the whole truth. Especially America, they're not gonna. They told half the story, and now they're trying to. Some cases, trying to get rid of, rewrite the story or erase the story. And it's sad in a way, folks. But you have the information, folks, at your hands with the internet, folks, and there's books. So if you want to learn, you gotta educate yourself. Okay, folks. But right now I'm out of here, folks. So this guy, the inventor of the airship, practically. A black man, folks. Okay, folks, I'm out.